Can you stomach the beef? We'll include some anatomy on this. Coming right up. I advise you make sure that if you have a weak stomach, you do this with having eaten peanut butter. You'll thank me later. Dry heaves suck. But let's go ahead and slice and dice apart these 7 reasons not to eat store-bought beef. This is the one that follows the 7 reasons not to eat corn. Except this time, you're gonna really, 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 really be disturbed. Reason number 1. Beef is very highly processed. Extremely highly processed with a lot of chemicals. Chemicals. We're talking chlorine, as in bleach, bleach is actually a household name. It's not actually what it is. So we're going to break apart what is chlorine. What does it do? Chlorine actually does a lot of things. It sterilizes by literally killing everything it comes into contact with. If you're cleaning with it, you're hurting your body. Vinegar works great. And the commercial food industry requires a lot of sterilization, and a lot of people use what is commonly referred to as bleach. Please refrain from doing this. There's already enough of that stuff in your meat that you may have on your plate right now. Reason number 2. There are so many middlemen when it comes to store-bought beef. You may be paying dollars a pound, but the farmer is literally only getting paid pennies per pound. There are so many middlemen involved. It gets trucked to the slaughterhouse where the animal gets slaughtered. Then it gets transported to the butcher from where it gets processed. So, from being processed at the butcher, it goes to the various manufacturers that use beef for frozen food production, as well as to go right on the store shelves. But if you're buying stuff that's already been processed, it has another journey to wherever the processing plant is, and then onto the truck to the store. You think you're being really green by being beef, you're wrong. If you think you're being green by buying beef from the store, you could never be more mistaken. All right, number 3. And this is the saddest of the sad realities. 9 out of 10 animals, we're talking actual beef production animals, are slaughtered at 6 months old. You're looking at that going, oh, it can't be that young. They grow that fast. They never used to, but they do now. Which leads to number 4. What is it about number 3 that makes number 3 the worst of the worst? Growth hormones. lots and lots of growth hormones. Now you're probably thinking, oh, it can't be that bad. Woo-wee, you're wrong. Now, in a 6-month time frame, your typical animal will be injected with up to 6 doses. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but on average, 6 doses of growth hormone. Reason number 5. If you thought one of the previous were bad, anything it eats typically has a lot of chemicals used in the growth. Corn-fed beef is the commonplace beef, which is exactly why I did corn first. So check out corn and prepare to be disgusted to a very high level. Number 6. Number 6 is by far and away the most cruel that I can even imagine. They take hot steel and brand them by burning it into their skin. The USDA requires this for identification purposes. Want to know when it happens? Before it ever has a chance to make it past. As soon as they're weaned, they get branded. The males get castrated, which means to take away their testicles. Sorry, not very kid-friendly, but you know what? They got to know the circle of life somehow. And then the next thing that happens is they get dehorned. Yet another requirement by USDA in most jurisdictions. And not only that, it leads to number 7, which is a spin-off of number 6, rodeoing. On average, 3 out of 10 animals that get slaughtered were heavily abused through rodeo. I do not care what cowboys say. I've been one myself. I've done this myself because of what was going on. They literally got treated very terribly. That's number 7. And that's why I refuse to eat store-bought beef. Now, please do drop a suggestion down below as to what types of things you'd like to know. What about it is a bad thing about it at the store? Well, I'll definitely do quite a few more because, oh my sweet tooth gosh, are we in for a hell of a ride when it comes to the bakery products. And I don't even want to touch bases on that because, quite frankly, the bakery is the worst offender of all of them. We'll cover that probably in the next video. We'll catch you right along, and y'all be safe. Thank you very much. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to continue eating beef. I have from the results of this video. Repentance is all about changing your ways. We're going to fly away into the next video.